Well, everybody, welcome to the lounge. Kick up, pour yourself a drink like the rest of us. And, oh no, just say no looks backwards to me. Is it right or not? Put in the comments if you can. Can you read that or not? I have to make some changes to my camera settings. Anyways, we got Bam Bam waiting in the green room. And I discovered something very interesting today. Remember how in Mexico they said they tried to get all the Mexicans to register their cell phones to their digital ID? They're doing it here in Ontario, guys. And we will talk about this probably next week because this one's going to blow your mind. I freaked when I seen it. I said, here we go. This is how they're going to do it. And this is the beginning of the digital currency or the CBDC. And this is how the pricks are going to ease it into us by convenience, of course. Anyways, we'll cover that next week. We got Bam Bam waiting in the green room. Stefanos, medical emergency. Yeah, something to do with a dog. We'll see what happens there. I'm sure he'll be coming in. Without further ado, let's bring in Bam Bam. You ready to come in, Bam Bam? Give me a thumbs up. All right. Welcome to the lounge.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? You hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you real good.
Okay. What happened to Mark there?
Mark, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to come in. All right. Come on in, Mark. How's it going?
What's going on, gents?
Good evening, guys.
We've had Bam Bam. Tell us a little bit about yourself quickly for those that don't know you and what you're doing.
I'm Bam Bam. I'm the Niagara pedophile hunter. I am find the pedophiles in the local areas, put them on notice. I've got a backup crew. A bunch of us are just concerned citizens, some survivors, a community of concerned citizens getting together to create awareness.
And Saturday mornings, what do you guys like to do? What's your favorite hobby for a Saturday morning?
Saturday mornings, like Christmas morning for all of us. We go out in the neighborhoods as a group, as a community, 10 o'clock every morning, Saturday, and get together as a community and go spread some love and light down in neighborhoods and create some awareness to let everybody know that they need to keep their children safe because there's a person who is either out on bail who should be in jail or a convicted pedophile living in the area or nearby. And we create awareness.
And are any of these pedophiles' names, pictures, anything like that put in the newspapers when they get convicted? Or
yes, sure. We share all public information that is shared on newspapers, stuff like that, online, anything like that. That's what we share. We share the public records.
Okay. And are most people aware of what's going on?
No. Unfortunately, no, they're not. They are now. They're starting to become aware, but before we started doing what we're doing, people, I don't think people recognized how serious it really was. So,
okay, Mark, tell us a little bit about who you are and why you're here.
Well, I work with the Best Damn Roofer, aka Mr. Freedom, and our business partners. We run a couple companies together, including a digital marketing agency. Mostly servicing people in the construction industry. And so we obviously saw what Bam Bam was doing online. I know Josh has been supporting Bam Bam for a while now. Yep. And then myself, only up until maybe about 4 or 5 months ago, I got involved with Bam Bam. I was trying to get out a lot with to their gatherings, but I got 2 kids, so Saturday mornings really kept me away from being able to come and help out. But they ended up in my my front yard, basically. I had 2 known sex offenders in my a stone's throw in my home, and they ended up in my basically my neighborhood. So it just so happened that day I was available, which is ironic, and I went out and helped out. And then since then I've just been sort of helping Bam Bam out. And we had Bam Bam on our podcast called Canceled, and hearing his story, and we sort of wanted to give him that extra push. And so using our our digital marketing services and stuff, we created a website, and things just snowballed from there. And I think we're just our goal is mainly to help Bam Bam get his message out there, and then at the same time try and raise awareness as to how serious the issue of pedophilia is in this area, and human trafficking, and the lack of due diligence with our government and our law enforcement. And obviously punishment, I think, is too lax in this country. And compared to other places, if you commit a crime against a child, I think you should be punished at the full extent of the law. And the laws need to change here. I think like the full extent of the law here is not nearly severe enough. And so I don't know. I mean, obviously our goal would be to try and raise enough awareness that these laws start to change, and the people that are in government listen and try and incite some sort of change within the government. So yeah, and again, so long term, we're just basically trying to get as many people as we can on Bam Bam's pages and the Child Safety Network as well. And yeah, and I think that's just our goal for now.
Great awareness.
Yeah, that's right.
Stefanos, niceties.
Hey, buddy.
Come on, cheers.
Well, not this again. It's going to be a highlight reel for freaking Hashem again. All right. No, yeah, there we go. It's all over the place. How's it going, guys? Nice to see you, man.
Nice to see you too, buddy.
Stefanos, any of you guys read scripture? There's a quote somewhere in the Bible. It says, if anyone harms a child, they should have
a milestone.
A millstone. You've heard of this passage, have you?
Oh, yes.
Can you quote it any better for us?
Have a milestone tied around your neck and drowned at the bottom of the sea. I don't know the exact scripture of it all, but I've heard it many times, and I'm in full agreement with it. So, yes.
So is it Bill C-18 we just violated, Stefanos?
I know it's 18 or 9, or is it 23 or 22? It's all coming through the pipeline. So many trying to silence the truth and silence the people preaching. Yeah, handcuff you. There you go. Trying to.
All right, Jesus, I'm not resisting. So for the record, I'm not resisting. You know where I live. Ask me if I care.
Well, that's pretty much where the point where everybody needs to get at right now. It's so bad. It's so corrupt. It's right in front of our faces, and it's time that people start to see it and recognize it for what exactly it is. And we need to, if we want change, we got to do it. We got to band together and unite as one. Stop fighting amongst each other, and let's be the solution instead of part of the problem, right? And the problem already is our government, and working with a problem, it's like the definition of insanity, right? So we need to get together as communities and unite and get together and demand justice, demand what is right to be right. So, because it's out of control.
Okay. So the title of tonight's show is something to do with wet houses. What on earth is a wet house?
So a wet house is pretty much a safe injection site for people in recovery, to somewhere for them to go, and they can safely inject the drugs. And if they overdose, they are there. Pretty much what I was told is they are there to stop them from dying. And you know what? I wasn't aware of these. Like, I knew what they were. I remember them going in. I did a little bit of research on them, but pretty much they're enabling centers for people who have problems with drugs, that they can go there and safely use the drugs. And if something bad happens to them, there are people on site that can administer the narcan and make sure they live and don't overdose. And when I heard that from the mouth of the worker, I was like, so you want to make sure they don't die? And they're like, yes. And I said, well, how about we make sure that they live and have a good, productive life? And I'm not against, listen, I was once... I went and used the system. I was in detox. I was in rehab. I've been clean and sober 18 years. I know the struggle. I don't look at them as addicts. I look at them as people. They're human beings who are being treated inhumane by a system that is setting them up for failure. And I just want to see them do better. I don't have anything against, when I went there and I put my camera on for my safety because I was out there alone. And when I got there and seen the state of the place, guys, I picked up 2 garbage bags, like shopping grocery bags full of drug paraphernalia off the surrounding area, right in front of the building. I literally went and picked up a grocery bag full of used pipes, and use needles, drug paraphernalia from one end to the other, all around the streets. And when I got there, all the neighbors came out to me, and right across the street from this place is an old age wellness center. It's a restaurant right next door. There's a school down the street. There's a park down the street, literally a park down the street. Families all over the place. And when I was there, all the families came out to me, and they were pretty much begging for help. They were like, "You have no idea what goes on here. People are overdosing on a daily." The wellness place across the street, like I said, it's an old age wellness center. It's for old people. They pay large to live there, and there's some rent, some own, and they pay large to live there. And a few weeks ago, one of the tenants had advised me, he's 90 years old, that somebody broke into the building, the secured entrance, and was banging at his door at 2 a.m, yelling and screaming at the top of his lungs in a psychosis state, saying that that was his apartment, and was trying to get the 90-year-old out of the apartment. 2 a.m. Do you imagine that be your grandpa? And, these people need help, and the help that they're being given isn't the help that is needed. And they're using our tax dollars to do it. So if they're going to use our tax dollars to help, why don't they use our tax dollars properly and really help these people? Make centers, build the centers if you have to. I shared with Stefanos how much they're spending a year per each center. It's anywhere from 1.1 to 1.6 million dollars a year just in operating costs. Never mind the fentanyl that they are not the fentanyl, the narcan that they have to administer them when they overdose. Never mind the 911 phone calls and how much that costs for the fire ambulance and police to show up on a daily basis. So, when you include all this, and the most importantly is the cost of that person's life that's on that street, that they're there only to make sure they don't die. That's unacceptable for me. And that could have been me, guys. I was there. I was an addict. I ran from my trauma as a child, and I went and discovered booze and cocaine. And I lost my house. I lost my car. I lost my family. I lost myself, guys. Almost overdosed. Probably should have died 1,000 times. But by the grace of God, I was able to find the help and get the help that was there, that actually helped me and gave me the tools, the know-how, and the ability to help myself. These places aren't giving anybody any tools. Well, actually, they are. They're giving them the tools of how to get high. And I want to see something different. Like, if we're going, I'm a human being, man. Like I said, I look at these people like humans, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, could be moms, dads. Actually, guys, I don't know if you've seen the video. One of the mothers showed up the second day I went there. Her daughter's in there, and she's an active addict. And she was at the house, and the mother, I met the mother through the Bam Bam Niagara pedophile hunter. She showed up at a few of the rallies, and she just happened to show up that day. I had no idea that her daughter was in there, and she reached out to me and asked for help, and the daughter actually came out a little bit. The mother started to talk to her. I started to talk to her. We were both told to F off and get the hell out of here. And it's the addiction, guys. It's bad. It gets people, especially with this fentanyl and methadone and all this meth, crystal meth. Thank God, and like I'm finding out what they're doing there is they're going there. They're going to get their drink, which is the methadone drink in the morning that they get. That's supposed to allow them not to get high, and then they're still getting high anyways. And then they're doing the bend over on the streets and all over the place, and falling asleep everywhere and yelling and screaming in the community, breaking into people's houses, causing damage, leaving needles everywhere, and drug paraphernalia. So I just think that there's something better that we could do for these people to help them, especially if we're going to be spending $30 million a year just on facilities, and then all the narcon and all the 911 calls and everything else on top of it. If we're going to be spending $100 million on these places, let's invest the money so we get a return, and these people become functioning people that are productive in the society, because none of them want to live like that. Every one of them that I spoke to, they didn't want to be there. They didn't have a choice. They were lost, and they even said to me, I spoke to them, because I've been going there for a while, and I give out water. I feed people. Like I've always have, because I've been there. I've been there. So I know what it's like, and I have empathy for them, and I want to see them do better. And I know they can, because I believe in them. Because you know what, guys, if that was the help I was offered 18 years ago, we wouldn't be on this conversation. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing what I'd be doing. I'm damn well sure I'd be dead. I would have overdosed, or I would have died, or taken my own life, because it would have just got so bad. And that's what I'm hearing from these people. And I don't want to see that for these people. And I want to be a part of the solution, not part of the problem.
So what was the best thing for you? Like, obviously you're saying that these wet houses aren't the solution. What helped you, and what do you think would be the solution for this?
Well, when I went,
obviously in theory, it seems like a good idea that if active addicts have a place to go, that instead of being on the streets. However, it's very evident that they're all over the streets still. When you go there, they're all laying around on the sidewalk. There's needles everywhere, like you just said. So what is the solution?
I believe creating a center that's like a wellness center that's across the street that they can go into. They can get dry. They got to dry out first. You got to get off the dope. You got to dry out. When I went, it was 72. It was 72 hours. You had to dry out for 3 days. And then after 3 days, they would put you into the treatment center. So I went to the St. Catharines Detox House. It's small. There was a men's and a female's. It's right across the street from Montebello Park. And I had to go. They put you in a separate side of the house where you have to dry out for 3 days, and then once you dry out, they'll put you into a room, and then you stay there until you're onto your rehab. I got to go to Homewood, but these people, Mark, they need dry out. They need mental health first, but they got to be clean and sober before they can even start anything. And that's why I stress when people are in their healing journey, you got to be clear-minded. You got to be clean and sober, because it's right. Like, and go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think that the target or the goal for these wet houses is for people that are actively using. So these people aren't wanting to get sober, right? So the whole purpose of this is for people to go somewhere so they can use safely, and if they're homeless, that's where they go, right? So so that's a whole different thing than wanting to get sober, right? But I see, like, there's got to be a segue from these wet houses into something, and I'm sure, I don't know if they have resources there at the house or ways that they can get these people help or what, but obviously it's a separate Mark, thing, right?
You brought up a good point here. You said it's a place that they can go and get high.
That's right.
So, but there's no answer there. There's no solution to the problem. So this is where I have a problem with it. Under the criminal code, that's called aiding and abetting in the commission of a crime, because doing those drugs is illegal. So, and the Municipal Act says that Section 14.1, a municipality cannot interfere with a provincial or federal legislation or instrument of the Crown. So this is where you got a direct interference with the Criminal Code of Canada, which would be federal. So this shouldn't even be allowed. If it's a place you want to have a place to go smoke some pot, fine. You're not gonna die there, but your own living room's great. But so here's my big problem, and this might be something or you may not know, but just between 2024 and 2025, the region, and not the region, but just St. Catharines alone, in its safe consumption site, they've spent I don't know how much they've spent, because I can't find any record of it. So that's something we're going to have to go in and ask for their income tax and their expenses and a freedom of information to get that out of them. But what I do know is in between that year, it's been the Ontario province that has been funding them. They give them a grant of 1.3 million annually, and that comes from the Ministry of Health. Now, the rest of it, all the funding and everything, is 100% funded by the municipalities. So I'm going to put it this way to people: should the taxpayer be paying for somebody's bad choice in life? These are poor decisions. These are bad decisions that they've made. We all make stupid decisions at some point in our life, but unfortunately, these ones have long-lasting effects. And what I say is, along the same lines as Bam Bam, and that is, we need to provide them with a solution, something that we can get them off of that stuff, something where we can train them, get them back to doing work, something that they can lead a productive life instead of laying on the side of the street or the sidewalk and saying, because there's no benefit to these safe injection sites except for somewhere to go commit an illegal activity. And that's the bottom line. It's a criminal offense, what they're doing. And then that's just it. Taxes are supposed to be for a service. So if these guys just want to go and have a place to get high, well, you know what? Get your own narcotic kits. You go buy them yourself. Go rent an apartment room and get high all fucking day and night if you want. And if somebody ODs, just freaking narcon yourselves, because this is what they're acting like. It's like a hotel room, but this hotel room is being funded by the taxpayer just to provide these guys a party spot. Like, that's how I see it. There's no benefit to us whatsoever. There's no benefit
I see
to
it
them.
the same.
There's no benefit to them whatsoever. And why would there not be any disclosure on how much money the municipality of St. Catharines, the city of St. Catharines is spending?
It's all estimated. It's all estimated, guys. It's estimated costs. It's estimated.
So what I'm talking about isn't an estimated cost. This is coming from the province at 1.3 million annually, but there's no amount that the city of St. Catharines has put what their bill is. And the other problem is, everybody's going on about homelessness. So we seen the one supposed crisis was COVID. We went through that bullshit. And then all of a sudden, all this homelessness started. And all these packs and packs of people are all these, it's a huge problem now. It's just spiraling out of control. Why?
Everywhere.
It's because municipalities get rich off of homelessness. People don't know this, but this is what they do. They run to the province. Give us more money. Give us more money. Oh, we're going to build another shelter here. Province. Oh, okay, here. And they're going to tell them how much. Then however much it is, they're going to hand it out. They're just forking it out. How much can the people withstand of their pockets being robbed because you have a bullshit situation that's been government created? And it's absolutely government created because all they're doing is not helping these people. Yeah, here, get high. That's it. You guys, Mark, you got to give me like half your paycheck or more just so we can keep funding this as a municipality. Your property tax is going to go through the roof, water, you name it, on top of everything else. Plus, you need infrastructure. You're not getting any of this. There is like zero benefit from this at all, except
Well, you're right on, Stefanos. Stefanos, you're not wrong. Not wrong.
So, guys, can I just step in here for a minute?
Sure.
As you know, I was in the Azores a few weeks back for a week, and it was a big festival. People everywhere. I never saw one person hunched over, not a one. Now, this is Azores is part of Portugal. Now, Portugal took a different approach to drugs a few years ago, and they legalized everything, and they took the approach that drug abuse is a disease. And they put you through their system. I don't know all the details on it because I haven't looked into it, but I don't see anyone hunched over on the street. I don't see, I walked those dark alleys. I didn't see the crime. Could it be cultural? Yeah, but I think they're doing a good job there because I just don't see the addicts on the street. And the problem is pretty much gone away there from what I can tell. Now, I haven't been on the mainland, Portugal proper, but I know it was quite controversial when they did a 180 on their policies, and they changed their laws and they changed their programs. It seems to be working. I'm going to look into this. Maybe we have to do a junket over to Portugal and see what the hell they're doing and what we're not. Dig into this.
Well, something's got to be done better than what's happening. That's all I know. And like I said, hey, all of us want to help people. That's our nature, right? So I just want to see the proper help being given, and that to me, keeping somebody alive so they don't overdose, that's not helping. I couldn't imagine when I was trying to get clean, if somebody said to me, here, Ray, there's a baggie of cocaine, go in that room and only do a little bit of it at a time and dry out. Wean yourself off of it. That would never have happened. It would never have happened. It's impossible. Like, that's the addict. That's why I don't do it no more. That's why I don't drink. I can't have 3, 4, 5 beers because I know how I get. And that's just, for me, it's not worth it. And I'm grateful that I was able, like I said, I was able to be given the opportunity to go somewhere that I was able to get the help that is needed. So let's do that again for all these people. And let's give them a fair shot at least. And some training. And if they don't want to do it, then that's so be it. Because the first step is you got to want to do it. And then, like, when I went, it was don't be around slippery people, places, and things. You got to admit that you're powerless to the booze and drugs. So let's think about this. Mark, you made a good point. These people don't want to get clean and sober. Well, it's what they do want to get clean and sober. It's just there's no other help for them, because when I spoke with them, they all said that. When I was there, actually, I noticed a gentleman that was bent over, and he heard my voice, and he popped right up, and he was an old childhood friend of mine, that we were both active addicts together, but he wasn't able to get the help that I got.
Yeah.
And I seen him there the other day, and he jumped up, gave me a big hug, and he was very ashamed of himself for being how he was. And I told him, I go, bro, I love you like I did back then. I understand, right? Like, he wasn't able to get the help. He wasn't given the tools, guys. That's why I talk about showing up. I talk about working your steps, showing up for yourself and doing the work for yourself. You just can't. People are going through the steps and going through life and just, yeah, I'm okay. You're not okay. You got to admit that you're not okay. And start there. Get clean, dry out, understand that you're powerless, stay away from the slippery people, places, and things. And I'm bringing this up because I had one of the neighbors. See, when I go to these places, I contact all the neighbors. I reach out. They reach out to me. I had one of the few of the neighbors reach out. One guy's in recovery himself, 2.5 years. He's been clean and sober. He said to me the other day, he goes, hey, Ray, I've been watching your morning videos, and I follow you, and I really appreciate what you're doing. You're helping me a lot. And he goes, I have to get up in the morning. I can't walk. He lives in the neighborhood down the street. He's been there for 5 years or something. He goes, I can't walk in my neighborhood because I got my dog, and I can't walk by there because it triggers me. Plus, it's unsafe for my dog because he might get cut on his paws from all the broken glass, from all the used drug paraphernalia and broken pipes that they give away too, right? They get the free pipes, they get the free needles, they get all free drug paraphernalia. Nothing's free, guys. This is the point, right? So nothing is being given free. Methadone isn't free for them. The Dilaudid they're getting aren't free for them, because that's what they're getting. They're getting methadone and Dilaudid.
Hey, Ray, you bring up a real good point, because not only are they giving them a place to party it up, but they're also giving them the freaking paraphernalia to do it with, which, again, why the hell are we as taxpayers paying for this? Like, and how much is that costing? And
ask a diabetic how much they pay for their needles.
Oh yeah, a hell of a lot. I know.
Right? But,
yeah. So where the hell do we stop this? Like, we don't know. So right now we have no idea on how much. Like, we have estimates on the Narcan and what's costing, but we don't have an estimate what the buildings cost that they either build or purchase. We have no idea how much they're spending annually on drug paraphernalia. What are they spending on the drugs themselves?
Needs an audit, buddy. We need to audit it.
Oh,
we should
yeah.
be able to.
Oh,
right?
yeah. And so this is nothing. So this 1.3 from the province comes to them, and then the rest is funded by the municipality.
Us.
How's that exactly what I mean by that? Don't make no mistake about that.
You got to say it, man.
I'm assuming that people understand it, but you're right. I should clarify that. So,
yeah, it's us.
How much is coming out of the people, and what's it leaving for everything else? And the biggest thing, and I'm going to use UN terminology, what's the sustainability of a city or a town, or even the smaller ones, What's the sustainability of the property taxes and every other tax going up? How long will it be until it turns to a ghost town or the municipality itself has gone bankrupt, such as a good example is Blind River. So, and there's another one that just went bankrupt not too long ago, I think last year there. So this is not sustainable at all. I'm just using you in terms purposely, guys. So, because everybody's brainwashed into those languages. So, it'll resonate.
Yep.
We can make that connection better. But this is a huge problem, huge. And you're absolutely right, Ray. We need to do a complete audit of the region and of the city of St. Catharines itself and every other municipality.
Everyone, every region, every city, everything.
And the only thing Doug Ford's done is he said you can't have these places go up near schools anymore. But a lot of them are
They're already up. They're already up, buddy. They're already up.
Exactly. So now he's talking about defunding them, but the defunding hasn't happened yet. They're still granting them 1.3 million.
Well,
that's St. Catharines. It may be more for now.
Well, St. Catharines is closing theirs up, and they're supposed to be opening. Ford introduced a Harp House or something like that. It's called.
Yeah, the Heart Foundation. Yeah.
I think it's Heart Foundation, right?
Yeah,
so, I like, and still the details are what is it? Right? Like, what are we going to do? Are they going to give the people active treatment? Are they going to give them dry out centers? Are they going to give them?
It's just another shady way. Like,
no kidding. It's like it's this.
About just like about the shelters, and they get all
lipstick and mascara.
Right. So more money in their pocket. How much really goes to actual help? Lord only knows.
Mark, can we get you to chime in on this? You've been awfully quiet. Something's on your mind.
Yeah, I'm just listening. I just think I think the main issue is you probably have a mixed bag of people at these wet houses, right? So you probably have people that want to get clean. You probably have people that are using it as a place just to flop and do drugs and abusing the system. So I think that obviously, and the other thing is these people need purpose, right? So without purpose in your life, then what do you have, right? So it's like, well, I've got nothing else. What's that?
You have that right there.
Well, exactly. So right. I don't know if I don't know enough about what they're doing at these places apart from enabling them to do drugs and drink alcohol. But if there's any sort of segue or any sort of programs that they're trying to get them into or trying to inspire them to take on, and like I said, give them purpose or try and learn who these people are and what makes them tick and try and help them and say, okay, well, you're interested in this. Let's try and set you up with something that is similar to your interests. And then sort of segue them into getting.
They do that with some of them. They do this with the people. This is what I was told. This is a setup to the next step that they're going to go to.
Hey, Ray, and you know what you just said, the next setup here. Okay, here's
bingo.
Here's the ultimate setup. Okay, you heard.
I'm glad you caught that.
You heard me say about homelessness and everything, and now we got this shit together. So here's the next setup, boys. It's combining the both. So HEART stands for homelessness and addiction recovery treatment. So let's see. If there's a recovery treatment truly is, instead of just get high and don't worry about it, then excellent. If it's not, then, if we don't have the details released on exactly what they're going to be doing and everything, it's hard to say right now. But as soon as, homelessness can be solved. You know what the biggest bullshit is on homelessness? And I'm not meaning to take away from the wet houses, but they're always sitting there saying, Doug Ford, we need more development, which we do. Don't ever think that I'm against development. Development is a must because you need to expand your tax base. Without development, you'll never be able to afford, repairs for infrastructure. Your taxes are going to skyrocket on top of all this other garbage. And that's it. This is why you build. This is why you expand your tax base so you can get more taxes, keeps taxes lower, at least property tax, and it brings more money and the more people get there. But the problem is when they sit there and you hear them saying, we need affordable housing, we have to do development and development. Well, who the fuck who's on the street who really needs fucking housing? Who the fuck is going to shit out $600,000-$700,000 to fucking go buy a house that they just
Yeah.
fucking built. Like,
No
how
kidding.
fucking stupid are people?
Ridiculous.
Do they not fucking catch on to this? Do the people actually not fucking clue in on
There's
this?
something in the water.
That's their answer to fucking solving homelessness. That's fucking insane.
Yep. Well, everything that they give us is insane. All their solutions, like there isn't any solutions, guys. I don't see any solutions. Like look what the pedophile solution is. Look at that. What worst thing can happen to anybody in the history of humanity is besides having your innocence stolen from them, and our government protects it and protects the pedophile. Right? Like it's just everything. It's like been saying this for a long time. It's top to bottom. It's the whole system is corrupt. It's broken, and people need to start realizing how bad it really is, and that's why I'm out there, and that's why I was doing what I was doing with this, because I drive by there, and I said, like, I got a lot of flack about it, and I was shocked that people were pissed off that I was there doing what I was doing. I just think they misunderstood what I was doing, and honestly, I don't care what they think, but I'm just trying to help, and if that bothers people, then people better check themselves, not me. But
Ray, I got a solution, Ray. Just sitting here thinking of it. Because people are going to say, well, it's the government, instead of letting developers build homes, the government should build the homes and put these people in. And
in
that's
them.
Yeah, but that
Yeah.
sounds great, doesn't it?
Yep.
But
Yep.
the problem,
Well, hey,
but the problem
YMCA
is you
St.
can't-
Catharines is completely empty.
Yeah, but the problem is you can't do that because the taxpayer is going to foot the bill. So
Well,
you
we're already
can't-
flipping the bill.
You're right. So you want to really foot the bill. If there's a philanthropist watching out there, get a hold of either one of us. You guys want to get a giant piece of stretch of land and do a huge subdivision that'll be homelessness in itself. And you know what? We can put drug addicts or to recover or whatever in them. And you know what? The stipulation would be in there that they have to be clean and dry and sober with for a couple of years, let's say 2 years. I think that's reasonable. And then you would get the housing in there, get them working, let them in there once they get a job and everything.
Get proper treatment, tools.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. And then that they can afford their.
And you know what? As a taxpayer, I'm all for that. Give them a second chance, but give them a proper second chance.
This is the proper way. It doesn't come out of the taxpayer's fucking pocket because, Ray, why should you pay to build me a house to live in? You know, that's fucking communism through the two. And that's the thing with communism. It always fucking comes in a nice way. It sounds good and everything.
It's all nicely wrapped.
We can't steal all of Ed's money, your money, and Mark's money and just to fucking build a house and throw somebody in it. And we're going to pay for their treatment and get them educated and fucking, it goes on and on. So if there's a philanthropist out there that wants to do some shit, contact either one of us, all of us. We'd be glad to work with you and get something set up anytime. That's a proper way to do it. Let a community really come together.
That you know what, I got a buddy that's doing that already. He's out in Edmonton, and he's got a community living. He's Blackfoot native, and he's got they're growing their own herbs, they're healing their people. It's freaking beautiful what they're doing, and it's community living, and that's what they're doing. They're like growing their own food, raising their own food, eating off the land, living off the land, and healing their people at the same time while they're doing it. And it's pretty amazing what he started down there. I'm really impressed with him, and that's what's going to be needed. Like these people that are on the streets, they need to know. Like the reason I go there is I let them know that I care about them, I love them, and there's somebody out there that is looking at them as a human being, not just, hey, you're just here so you don't die, And like I said, I ran into my buddy. It was, guys, people don't understand. Like you say it's a disease. It wasn't a disease for me. I was 17 years old. My sisters charged my dad. I started drinking, and then next thing you know, it was one thing after another. It was an escape. It was a vice. When I was there, I had a young man come up to me, and he seen my truck, bam, bam. He asked me to go around the corner, and he gave me a hug. He told me too. This is why some of these people are that messed up, because they've never had a chance given to them. Their lives might have been stolen from as a little boy or little girl, and then they were just thrown away. right? And then then they're out. This is what I don't get. So we all know on this conversation that there's currently a 700% increase in human child trafficking, right? So imagine how easy it is for the human child traffickers to go on the street and just pick these people off,
Uh-oh.
right? Think about that, fellas.
Then
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
still
that's
doing that.
actually correct, Ray. They do use that. They do get
Yes,
young
sir.
ladies, men. They inject them continually till they're addicted, and then they traffic them, put them up to prostitution.
So it's one thing after another, after another, after another. And then, like I said, how about the people who live there? The 90-year-old man who lives across the street who had his door booted in, the people that wake up to people overdosed, the mother and dad who have their little babies in strollers, the old grandpa there that lives behind the place that his children won't have his kids over there anymore because he keeps finding syringes in his backyard. How about this one? The other neighbor was trying to kick some people off of his property because he has 3 children and he got jumped by 5 of them and got his ass kicked. Called the police and they never charged anybody. This stuff is real. It's happening. And that's not the solution to help these people at all. And like I said, I want to help them. I want to see them do better in life. And if we're going to use our tax dollars money doing it, then let's use it properly. Let's fund it properly. And let's have some empathy for these people and give them some tools and a second chance, at least one. Give them 1 second chance, right? Not just here, go lay on the street. Here's your methadone in the morning time. Here's your Dilaudid. Go get your drugs and just whatever happens to you. Oh yeah, lunch is at noon. If you show up, you can eat. If not, you're not eating.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. It's a horrible thing. It's
I'm looking at it that way, guys. That's the way I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it as the entire big picture of it all. And it's just, we are in such a freaking, what are they going to do? What is these people? Some of these people have been like this for so long, doing meth and fentanyl. What is there, what kind of help? Like, what do we do? Like, it's just so, we can't do what we're doing because we might as well just do nothing. That's all I'm trying to say. And we gotta, as a community, as a taxpayers, as people and a society, we need to come together and fix all the problems that are currently going on because we're in a big mess.
Ray, actually, I think Monique had said a comment somewhere about free programs. Monique, there is no fucking free programs.
Nothing's free.
No, they're all paid. They're all paid by us. That's the whole thing, and a low cost. Okay, but like,
I don't mind paying for it. Just make sure that it's paying for something that's good. Like I said,
I think that's what she means by free. It's free for the people that need the services, is I think what she's implying.
Yeah, but it's not free because we're paying for it. This
of course,
is the whole point. But again, this is the word game that they play. Oh, and Monique says in Portugal. Okay, guys. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. So
then I think we should start sending them to Portugal. All right. Let's get them proper help.
Hey, get them a trip too. No, I'm just kidding. And a lot of people. Actually, I'm glad she said that because a lot of people they see this stuff. This is why it comes to elections. This and that. Free this, free that. Nothing's ever
my fan
free.
on.
And what's the other thing that we've noticed is never for free? UBI, come on, universal basic income, come on, boys. So I was thinking of running for party leader at one point in time. I tried to do the math. I wanted to give every person in Ontario $28,000, man, woman, child, whatever, because of the fact of COVID on the government wrong doing what they've done to the people. And I wanted to make it right. It's not much. I know a lot of people lost their businesses and everything, and this is the government's fault purely 100%. But the problem was I tried to do the math to just in Ontario. It's in the trillions and I mean a lot of trillions, all right? I'm not talking 1 or 2 trillion, but that's just for one province. So how the hell are we going to have the federal government bring in UBI and say to everybody, I think they were basing it on 28,000 or 25,000, something like that they're going to give everyone. You know how quick we're already broke. You know how quick we'll be really broke once once you get the millions and millions of people,
Own nothing and be happy, guys.
Forget it. So the strike when you hear something that these freaking loser politicians come up with and say free, just think that is another hand going in your pocketbook and pulling out half of your paycheck right there or more.
My personal opinion is this whole government needs to be reset, and trying to get a solution out of this government. Like, how long has it been that why has everything got to be political? Let's just put it that way. Why does everything have to be political? Why can't we just help? Like, why does it have to? The conservatives want to do this, the liberals, the green. Just why can't we get together and flip and help, man? Like, why?
Power mongers want power, absolutely, and that's why. And
I'm not talking about politicians. I'm talking about the people.
Why you're saying it's being politicized. That's what I'm talking about, because they want that power. They want to be in there. That's money to them. They don't give a fuck about us. We're the useless eaters, but in actual light, they're the useless eaters. That's the bottom line.
It's ridiculous.
So we're going to start plugging our roofing suppliers here, Josh, or what?
Spar Marathon gets free T-shirts. Right?
I just wish they'd tune up their metal brakes.
Who cares, right? It's only roofing. No one looks at it anyway, right? How's everybody?
Apart.
So we're a little late tonight. I was out on the water there, guys.
Beautiful.
Just having kids fishing.
Did you say something about roofers? Were you saying that framers have to frame them into the walls, or what was that?
How's it going, buddy?
Good. So what's your take on, we're talking about wet houses.
Good, brother.
Talking about what?
Wet houses.
Safe supply injection places.
That's ridiculous. They should just put life sentences for people dealing heroin and drugs, or actually capital punishment for people that are bringing fentanyl into the country, right? I mean, Russia doesn't have a fentanyl problem. You know why? Because they kill the people that do it.
Let's
right.
move there.
Chances are it's our own governments that are supplying us with fentanyl, so that's why nothing's being done. Of course, they want safe houses so they can make more money off it, right?
Hey, that's why if it's not just pot that people are getting arrested for, have you seen the sentences that they've been nailing people to cocaine, fentanyl? They've been pretty freaking stiff sentences, and way stiffer than pedophiles. Go figure that one out. And the only reason they're going to do that is because you're cutting in on Big Daddy government, who's now your pusher man, and you're taking profits from them. So Trudeau didn't legalize drugs, he criminalized them. It used to be you can have as many seeds as you want. He cut it down to 40 seeds. Everything's got to be approved by the government. You know, it's a lot more criminalized. People don't realize it. But the problem at the end of the day is your drug dealer doesn't want anyone cutting in on their action. Or sorry, let me rephrase that. The mafia doesn't want you cutting into their action, and that's when they'll send.
You mean the government, right? The government.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's where they'll send
the mafia. There you go. Right.
They're enforcement, right? They're law enforcers. They're their enforcement unit, right? So they'll come in and take you out.
That's all I know, man, is I was, like I said, I was blown away with what I seen and what I experienced down there. And I've been going down to these places. I've just never, I've never seen it this bad. That's what it's been. It's slowly getting worse and worse. And this is what I'm looking at. What is the long-term goal? What is it going to look like in 5 years? What's it look like in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years? What is going to, how many more people need to overdose? How many more narcon people, how many much narcon has to be distributed before we say, hey, you know what, this isn't working. This isn't working. These people deserve a better chance. These people deserve a second shot that's worthy of them. And I don't know. What they're doing, like I said, I was going to say it over and over again. If that place is set up just to make sure, like I was told by one of the workers that came out there, guys, when I got there, the workers one of the workers wanted to fight me. Like they called the police on me when I got there. I was standing on the sidewalk. 4 cruisers pulled up. They were coming out. Every worker in that place came out and was confrontational with me. I had to tell them all to de-escalate. I had to tell them, like, I couldn't believe that how they were speaking to me, telling me I couldn't film, I couldn't be on the sidewalk, I couldn't be talking to the people, I can't pick up the needles, I can't pick up the garbage, I just got to leave. And I was just like, what? And then they called the police on me. 4 cruisers pulled up, so waste our tax money there. And they were told and instructed by the Niagara Regional Police that I'm out here trying to help. I'm legally allowed to film. It's for my safety. And that maybe they should start cleaning up the needles. And why am I doing it? Why don't they do it? And why does this place look like this? Right. And I went back the next day, guys. The people that were in the facility were instructed not to speak to me. If they speak to Bam Bam, they're going to be kicked out. That came from me from almost more than 10 people at the facility that were in there. They said they couldn't speak to me. Again, the police were called to me. 3 cops showed up. Same scenario. I had picked up another 2 bags of drug paraphernalia, everything like that. Cops show up. Same thing happened. They were told again, I'm allowed to be here. I'm doing this. All the neighbors were out with me too. Why are they calling the police on me? Because I'm out there trying to help people, first of all. Right? Second of all, why would somebody in there want to fight me and yell at me? And why would they want to have to be the point where I have to ask them to de-escalate? And these people are supposed to be helping people. Then when I ask them, how are they helping? Their answer was, well, we're making sure they don't die. And I was just like, well, how about we make sure they live? Right? Because this isn't right. Let's make sure they live. Right. And
well, sounds to me like the same thing they were doing to Pastor Art, because they kept giving him tickets for feeding the homeless on Sundays. Same thing. They're taking jobs away from government workers who are supposed to hand out these meals, supposed to take care of these people. These are jobs you're going to be taken away. If there's no addicts on the street, there's 4 people that are going to be out of work.
Hey, how about we just stop making fentanyl? How about that? There's a solution. Let's just stop.
That's coming from China, though. That's the other big problem.
It's killing people. It's killing people. It's the same idea. Why don't we just get rid of the pedophiles? These are easy solutions. Why do we have to have these?
You know why? Because the consequences of bringing it in is minimal and money. That's exactly. So there's no consequence, like Josh mentioned. If you do that, you traffic in Russia or China or any of those places, the consequences are a lot more severe. You bring fentanyl into Canada, nobody gives a shit. And plus, who knows who's actually bringing it in, right? So, I mean, you have people that are working for the government that are probably bringing it in, right?
We have our government marketing it to children in high school. They're giving out little gift bags, teaching you how to test your drugs.
Yeah.
Teaching you how to label your snorting straws so you don't get Hep C from sharing straws. Like they're literally giving this to 15-year-old children in high schools in Western Canada, BC, and so the government's actually pushing. They want the next generation to be so fucked up they can't do anything. Right?
Well, the police station in BC. Now that you mentioned that, they were giving them drugs. They were giving the heavy drugs, the stuff that's illegal, right? They were giving them freaking meth. They were giving them heroin. They were giving them all this crap free. They could just go by their local police station and pick it up. They were handing it out. But,
stop the insanity. Stop the insanity.
It's literally insane. Like you're supposed to be a police department stopping people from doing and dealing drugs, but like now they just become a drug dealer.
Josh, we were at court we were at court. We walked up, the guy was smoking meth right outside the courthouse, remember?
I walked by with my kids and I said to the cops, like, hey, this guy's smoking crack or whatever the fuck it is in a glass little light bulb. Yeah. And the cop goes, I was the nuisance complaining about it. Like, I got kids here. He's like, well, don't bring your kids to the courthouse.
Yeah. You complain about drugs being used. How dare you?
And he's smoking it right in front of the courthouse with 5 cops, and I'm the bad guy for raising awareness.
I made a post this morning, I think it was, or yesterday, one or the other. But you got a guy fucking fucked right up on the shit, and you'll see all these people are all gathered around the court. Why is that? It's like a magnet to them. It's insane. But
they got court. Because they're criminals. Because you know why?
Geez, the guy didn't have court. This was before court even opened. He's all fucked up, and then he walked away in the end. But the problem is when you have like what Josh has just done, exposed there by him being the bad guy for reporting it. There's a problem in the whole system. Period. And I'm not going to lay the whole blame on the cops because a lot of cops do drugs and a lot of cops drink like crazy. they have a lot of issues. But the thing is, they're also told by either the municipality or the province on what they're to do. So during COVID, they were not supposed to arrest anyone. And I've got police recorded even telling me this. They're told not to do anything unless it's a murder, unless it's a serious crime, murder. I was contacted by so many women that were raped, and the police wouldn't act on it because they were told not to. So I can't put the blame fully on the police, and I'm not going to, just like I don't do it on the court system or the judges, because they're all bound by this fucking it's the politicians are the problem. So when they're sitting there trying to say that they want to make this change or that change, such as make stiffer crimes. Well, instead of making stiffer fucking crimes by stripping us of our constitutional rights, Pierre Polyev, why don't you why don't you do something like here's a good one. They should extend, make the sentencing much stiffer instead of a drug dealer's sentencing. 5 years, you might do 3. If it's pen time, you're gonna do 3 years. If it's not pen time, you're gonna do 2. So what the fuck, or 2.5. So what the hell's the point of it? But you're a drug dealer, you're going down for 15 years. Like, make this make sense to me, because when children are being hurt to the point where they either die or they require serious reconstructive surgery or anything like that, why the fuck would you give him like 4 years, 3 years? Or here's the classic: house arrest, 5 months house arrest, and that's it.
We should bring the chain gangs back, where you get arrested, you get 15 years hard time, you got to work.
Yes.
No, mine doing actual jobs, send them up north to mine whatever asbestos for all I care.
I
all
agree.
the, job, all the
I
jobs
agree.
that people that we bring in immigrants for that nobody wants to do around here, apparently. Like give them those jobs, right?
Yeah, why not? Right? That's what they
Why
used to do.
not?
And then they used to do it. They said, well, it was basically too embarrassing for these people, right? It was
God.
Our government's just crazy, man. It's so crazy that they can manage our
You're
country.
hurting
They
my
can do all these
feelings. Your
mistakes.
words are hurting my feelings.
And they never like, imagine like giving them a report card of how well they've done. They failed miserably. Like, the country's how much in debt? Like, you failed at your job. Like,
We're in
imagine any of us
recession.
ran our business like they run the government, we'd be out of a job.
Buddy,
But
we're in recession. They just gave how many more $1 million to Ukraine? We're in a recession. They just gave, what was it,
900
22
million,
million?
yeah, and
Right.
like arms and munitions and stuff, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
does anybody remember the 2019 Danforth shooting?
Yeah, I
Those
do.
kids got shot up in the ice cream shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember how that led to a huge amount of fentanyl being found in Pickering?
Yes, I do remember that. Yeah.
Whatever happened to those guys?
I don't know. That's fun. Hey, that's a good
They
point.
were promoted.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they got welfare.
Whatever happened to all
Yeah.
that fentanyl?
Probably back on the streets.
Yeah, it was sold out of the evidence locker from the police department, man. Where do you think? You ever seen the Niagara Falls? Oh, Ray, I gotta give you this one.
Boy.
You ever seen the weapons and stuff that were sold out of the police department's evidence lockers that kept ending up on the street? They actually had a royal inquiry into it, and the real shit show. It's still out there. I'll send it to you. Crazy shit, but this stuff literally happens, and it's happened in Toronto also. The same gun that was used in 5 murders, sold out of the evidence locker.
That was confiscated. It was confiscated 5 times.
and killed 5 people. So you got the criminals with the criminals. So what's that saying? The inmates running the asylum or whatever. But
yeah,
that's literally what it is now.
It's insane. I want to while we're on here, something just popped in my head. I want to say it because everybody's been saying, "Hey Ray, what are you doing? With this stuff? Aren't you going to be going after the pedophiles?" And yes, I am. I'm not stopping that. this is something else that goes hand in hand with trauma. This is a fallout. For me, this was my fallout. This was my escape. So I have empathy for these people. And that's why I am giving the attention that I'm giving them. Not because I'm targeting them, not because I don't like them. I look at them as brothers, sisters, could be your brother, could be yours. It could have been me, guys. And that's why I'm doing it. Like, we're going to spend our tax dollars money. Let's spend it properly, and let's try to help these people that want to be helped. You know what I mean? That's my end goal on this. That's why I brought attention to this. I want and I want to show everybody what's going on, right? Like, how, this is what our government solution is for these people. It's inhumane, and like Stefano said, it's illegal, right? So let's find something. Let's find solutions for these people. Let's find solutions for all the problems instead of fighting amongst everybody, and let's move forward as a community, and let's help everybody, because that's what is going to be needed. There's such a fallout from this government, and it's only going to get worse before it gets better. And if it's time that we start doing something instead of nothing, because if people do nothing, nothing's going to happen, right? And like I said, what's it going to look like in 5 years? How much more tax dollars we got to spend? How many more lives have to be lost? How many more pedophiles have to roam freely? How many more children's innocence has to be stolen? How much more does the cost of living have to get up to? How much more? You mean, like, it's one thing after another, and people need to start recognizing it sooner than later. And so,
with no solution, Ray, with no solution.
None.
Millions of problems created by government without a single fucking solution except for tyranny in some form or another. That's their solution. Like, as I was saying earlier, with Polyev wanting to strip us of our constitutional rights, anybody who's going to vote for that is fucking retarded. You deserve no rights at all. So, and I'm going to direct this to the Liberal government because they have power. And I'm going to direct this to the PC party of Ontario because they are a majority. So you have two governments that have the power to make proper change as a solution, or as a partial solution, not as an ultimate solution. But we can make the federal sex registry public, and we can have their photos there so people can identify them. Neighborhoods, communities will be well aware of where they are. They can identify them. So if they're near their children, school grounds, parks, playgrounds, whatever, they will know. Doug Ford, who does not, he's a fucking pedophile fucking protector. And him and Sam Goofsterhoff, as I like to call him, and Paul Calandra, the education minister, these guys can make the provincial registry public at any point in time.
Like that.
Yeah, instantly. This stuff is
like that, guys, and people don't see that.
5 minutes, literally 5 minutes.
5 minutes. 5 minutes, and that's how easy it is.
It can be done with a ministerial order. It's called. It can be done in 5 minutes because they do not need to
reconvene.
They don't need to reinvent the act that's already in place. They're just making one minor change. It can be done like that. Just like for private schools, they could make that change. This is why I ride them so bad, because they refuse. You know what I say, Ray? A fucking pedophile protector is no different than a fucking pedophile themselves.
Agree.
That's the bottom line. They're worse because they're protecting them.
They're enabling it, just like these enabling homes.
But they're trying to politicize it. They're trying to get people, these fucking people that go to them, these different groups, and then they promote them. They're not going to do nothing for you idiots. You're just fucking campaign tools. And this is what really pisses me off, because there's no action and no commitment by either government. Not the Liberal, not the PC Party of Ontario. And shame on them, fucking pedophiles.
It's anyone that's some politicians, like even like the American politics, and they're not going to arrest anyone from Epstein list. They're not going to arrest any Hillary Clintons. They're not going to drain no swamp. They are the swamp. Yeah. All right. Once somebody gets enough power, they're not doing it. They're all on the same team, and then they have us divided so much, fighting over bullshit that we will never coordinate any kind of resistance. Right.
Yeah. Well, look at all the hate we get, just us guys here. Like, just the hate that people come at us and make stupid comments and do stupid shit. And it's just like, it blows my mind, to be honest with you guys. It completely, I expect it because it's society. But some of the shit is just mind blowing. And it's just, they're part of the problem.
I'm really fucking shocked that they're coming after you because of what you were doing at them wet houses. That's so fucking insane. You want proper help for these people. Really get them on, give them a meaningful life, not a fucking a slow death in a fucking death camp. That's what
Bro.
those wet houses are. Our fucking death camps, slow deaths.
Well, bro, when I couldn't believe the nastiness that I got from like I said, the one guy wanted to fight me. He was screaming at me so bad it was ridiculous. I had to ask him to de-escalate. And like the one girl, actually the one girl when the police got there, she said to the officer, she's like, I don't want to be filmed in public. And I didn't approach them. I was sitting in my truck and I had my camera going, sitting in a parking spot on the street, right? And I was talking to my camera live, and then all of a sudden I could see them coming up behind me, and I turned around and they're like, you can't be here, what are you doing? And it just broke out into a commotion on them, and to the point where I said de-escalate. And then I just walked away from them, and I was talking with the people that were on the street, and we started cleaning up. And like I said, I was able to collect 2 bags of paraphernalia, bottles, all kind. Like I was in shock. And so, but I went back the third day, because I told you I went back 1 day, 2 days, then I went back the third day. Well, on the third day I got there, the whole area was clean. I was in shock. There was actually a garbage can, because the first 1 and 2 days when I was there, and I picked up all the drug paraphernalia, and I tried to go use their garbage on the property, the workers told me if I go on their property, they're going to charge me with trespassing. So I picked up all the garbage, all the drug paraphernalia, all the needles, all the pipes, all their pop bottles, sandwich wrappers, tin foil that's all burnt because they're using it to cook their drugs in. And I collected all that, but then I couldn't use their garbage, because if I did, they said they're going to property trespass me.
Isn't it public property technically?
Yes.
They can't trespass you from public property. If that's a tax-funded property, you should be allowed to walk on it. You pay for that.
Yep, and that's what the police told them. So third day I went back, the whole area was clean. They actually had a garbage can out front. I got out. I was still able to pick up about 15 pipes and stuff. But here's what they've done. So don't get high and don't hang out in front of this place. They've sent them all down the street. So I went about 100 feet down past the little Chinese restaurant, and there's like a big parking lot there, and there was a bunch of like those big cement blocks. Well, there was a video of me there. I picked up another garbage bag full of garbage and another bag full of drug paraphernalia. And then across the street, the neighbors from the wellness place sent me videos as well with drug paraphernalia all in their bushes and all back there. And then so all they're doing is they're putting Band-Aids on the problem and just telling them, don't hang out here because it's making us look bad and you can't do this. So go over there and get high, go hide in the bushes, go in the park.
We don't want that bad publicity. That's all it's about.
It's about, bro. Well, listen, I know I put a lot of pressure on, right? So
and isn't the whole point of these wet houses to be so they're supposed to be medically trained staff overseeing them getting high, right? Not allowing them just to flop around the property and get high wherever they want, right?
Well, that's what I said.
For the people there to be responsible for these people that are injecting and drinking and doing whatever, right? So clearly the people there, the reason why they're pissed off at you, Bam Bam, is because they're not doing their jobs, right? They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're allowing people just to come and go and do whatever they want to do. And now that you're exposing it, their fucking jobs are in jeopardy.
Yeah, so is the safe injection site, is it supposed to be rooms inside that building?
Right.
Or is it just lay around the property? Who gives a fuck where and get
lay around the property, use drugs, disturb the neighbors, litter all your drug paraphernalia all over the place, so the kids in the neighborhood are at risk, the animals in the neighborhood are at risk, the people in the neighborhoods are at risk. How about this, guys? How much? So these people that are out of drugs and they need money and they're hungry, what are they doing? They're breaking into sheds, they're breaking into homes, breaking into cars. So how about all that added expense on top of it?
It's just the thing. These places, the point of them is for these people to be off the streets, in the house, doing their drugs in a safe environment, away from the public. And clearly, they're doing. So, what's the point of financing these homes? Like, what are we giving the money to? Like, what are they doing there? They're not even inside using the facility. They're literally outside throwing their needles and shit all over the place. And then the people that are working there don't even have the balls or the know-how to clean it all up and make sure that nobody's seeing it. So that
and then they call the cops on me for doing it.
Yeah, just the concept alone, like our government's going to pay for people to do drugs. Like we're throwing a big drug party house. It's going to be great. Like it's going to be terrible. Everyone's like doing bad drugs. Like it's going to be the worst thing ever. But like, no, we can make money off it. They just do it in every city around the world, and we just allow it. That's crazy.
Yeah,
you know what this
I think
is?
they gave these people like 3-4 month sentences for doing drugs on the streets, and then you got to put them in a fucking an area. At least you can give them good food and lock them up for 6 months for doing drugs.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe-
surprised they don't just like use it for the winter and then Airbnb it during the summer months and just kick everybody out for a few
Hey
months.
guys,
And then
I got a great idea. How
Welcome
about
to
I'm
St.
coming down on
Catharines.
the weekend. I'm
Welcome.
coming down
Niagara
on the
Falls.
weekend. Why don't we just go in front of that fucking place on the sidewalk, pull up a barbecue, and let's pull out the beer and let's have a big fucking bash there. All right, like what the
No.
fuck difference? You know what I mean? Like,
we'll
Have a
get
big
arrested
street
for
party.
drinking in public.
No, it's
but
a safe house.
You know what I would like to do? That's funny you said that.
that's
What I would
the
like to do, though,
funniest thing
guys.
you just said that it's a safe house. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
It's a safe house.
What I would like to do, though, guys, is I would like to get together with the community because everybody has been speaking and reaching out since I've been there, and they want to help the people just as much as I do. And maybe we should start doing stuff like that and getting together and giving back a little bit to, we said about barbecues. Let's go have a barbecue. Let's go have a community barbecue there.
Yeah.
Show these people that people care about them. Get the community together. Get the people from all those people in that wellness center have talked to me. All the people around the whole block. And here's the messed up thing, guys. I didn't realize this. So when I left there, I went down the street and I pulled into a few parking lots and stuff like that and picked up needles, talked to the neighbors. And when I got down to the end of the road, I look and I go, holy crap, Hannah. Remember the park that I was hanging those signs up near where the pedophile was staying in the motel room in the falls that we put on notice at the corner there of Drummond and Lundy's Lane, Ferry Street there?
Yeah.
Bob Matheson, he lives right
Matheson,
down
yeah.
he lives right down the street from that Hannah Street Park. So that Hannah Street Park is within 500 feet, maybe a bit farther, of that center. So it's just like you got pedophiles, you've got drug addiction, needles, drug paraphernalia, mental health out of control in that one little area, and that's just one area. Never mind there. It's like we've said, it's everywhere, right? So
and I would love to talk to the staff there and just like get, I know the guy came after you, but I would love to just be like, what do you do here? Like, what's your
job description?
And what is your goal with these people? Clearly, you don't give a shit about them enough that you're not out there being like, hey guys, stop sticking needles in your arm in the middle of the streets. Come inside. This is why this is why our tax dollars go to this place. Come in here, be comfortable, do what you need to do. Stop doing it in the streets. That, like, again, the whole purpose of these wet houses is to get them off the streets and away from the public if they want to use drugs.
Is it though? They are not allowed to do drugs inside. If they get caught, they get kicked out between 5 and 7 days with nowhere to go because they're homeless.
Are you sure about that?
Makes no
There's a comment he's reading, Mark. That Anna commented. If you read the comment, okay.
I can't
Ed
see
was,
that.
Ed was just reading the comment.
Show me where the legislation
That's not true.
or the city's bylaw or something, even that. Show me where that is in their shit, and then I'll believe you.
Well, if it's a safe injection site, wouldn't that mean they can inject out the
Yes.
site?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, they can.
You would think.
That's 100% what they're
See,
for.
why is this so why doesn't everybody know about these things? Like, why is everything so secretive? Why it just pisses me off. Just like the same thing when I was out in the falls and I was telling everybody that the pedophiles renting the motel rooms with them and swimming in the swimming pools. And like, people don't think about this and they're not understanding it. Like, our government is allowing these people to live and not even live. Like, this isn't living. Like, they're living in hell. These people, they're suffering. Right. And then you got the pedophiles on top of it living in the motel rooms that these people are going to as well. Cause there's some motel rooms in Niagara Falls that are filled with drug addicts. Right.
This is the work of the government. This is what governments build. They build cesspools. They're doing it all over Western civilization. Just not Niagara. It's happening all over the world. They're literally building. Our government's failing so much, and people are still believing the system. It's just creating a cesspool, right? And the end result is they're destroying.
That's why I can't work with them. That's why I can't go sit down in the House of Commons and try to talk to them and reason with them. Because why are we even having, like you said, Steph, in 5-10 minutes, maybe not 5 minutes, but in a day they could solve the pedophile problem. In a day they could solve the bail no jail problem. Like the jail no, they could solve all these problems very quickly. But they're making it political, and they're doing that because they're generating money, and people aren't seeing this. It's all the freaking money. It's all about the dollar, right? And it's just, it's time it becomes about humanity and love and light and helping and caring and like, just, I don't know. This isn't what's working. This is literally like, this is all devil's work right now. That's all I'm seeing. This is all evil. There's nothing good of this. There's no good in any of this. That's for damn sure.
So
right.
It's interesting. There's somebody in the comments that's saying that The one in Niagara Falls, they're not allowed to do drugs inside, and she's saying that her daughter's there, so she knows that for a fact.
Is this the one that what showed up with me? Is this? I can't read the
She just said
comment.
Niagara Falls.
Anna.
Yeah, she
Anna
said
Sherman.
Niagara Falls.
Anna, are you the lady who showed up? Yeah, I think that is Anna. I believe it is Anna, my friend, that showed up when her daughter's in there.
So if they're not, one question I have then, if they're not allowed to do drugs inside, what the hell's the shelter for then?
Hold on. There's the difference. That's the discrepancy. She's at a shelter. It's not a safe injection site. So there's a clear difference. That's what the problem is.
Okay.
Yeah, this is called like Somerset Shelter or something.
Yeah, because I'm on the government website right now, and they have supervised consumption sites and services. Those are the safe injection sites, and you got a safe, clean space for people to bring their own drugs to use in the presence of trained staff to prevent accidental overdoses. Harm reduction, blah, blah, blah. Who gives a fuck? We need to get them freaking help.
Off the drugs.
That's right. That's the problem. We cannot sit there and provide them a place to do it. That is literally aiding and abetting in a commission of a crime, period.
It's nuts. It's nuts, guys.
Hey, Ed, I'm from an era where the safe injection site used to be a rooftop, okay? In the good old days, Ed. Sorry, I had to throw that in there.
Actually, my roofing crews, they used to smoke. One used to smoke a little bit of weed. The other crew was clean.
Yeah,
no booze,
the way
no drugs, nothing. And they did amazing work.
Well, they started off. They're clean, but they weren't at one time. That's how they get clean, right? So it's roofer in training, right? They start off, trying everything, and then we got a sober crew too. You get there. If you roof long enough, you sober up.
Hey, by the way, Josh drinks all those beers. Josh drinks are full of water.
Yeah, it's a hoax. Don't tell anybody. Delete this program.
There's all near beer with a liner over top of it, guys.
You know what my biggest problem was?
This is just water.
Just water in there, guys.
we used to have, when we used to take the big jobs, like the 500,000 square foot roofs, the guys that were sober didn't want to work with the guys that were doing the weed.
Crazy.
That was a big problem.
I always trusted a roofer that smokes weed. A roofer that drinks too much, he might not show up, but the roofer that smokes weed, he's always there early.
Always there. It's always there. Yeah. He knows there's weed there.
Yeah, exactly.
I was in a 40-foot house. My brother was high as fuck, and he wouldn't listen. We were doing a roof. He went tumbling by me, but thank God he had an afro because I grabbed a handful of hair and I stopped him.
Hey, that dirt hurts when you hit it. I've done it a few times.
What's the so is there a lot of comments going on here? Is anybody else saying anything about these places?
I can read them all. I see when they come up.
I got bad eyes. I can't see.
Smoking in the bathroom, in the boys' room.
Yeah.
Kelly Ab does it on here.
But okay, guys, we've been on for an hour and 20 minutes. We got 9 minutes. Solutions. People that want to get active, people that want to do something.
Can I say what we should be doing? Capital punishment for fentanyl dealers and pedophiles would solve a lot of problems. It would solve the influx of people going to jail for that problem, and it would solve them entirely. So capital punishment is something that we taken out of society, and it's something that needs to be brought back in.
I agree.
That's the end game. How do we get there?
Well, it's a lot of work. I think we start. I mean, I hate to say we got to get there, getting the right politicians in the way, but. How do we get there? That's the $1 million question, right? How do you get a bunch of people to think that that's the route we should take? We've been brainwashed by society and media that like anyone that uses violence to revolt you're considered a terrorist, right? So that we can't. I mean, how do we get there? That's the question, and I don't know that answer.
Hey, how about we go and protest at their houses, and we do it at nighttime and keep them up all fucking night? We're protesting it completely.
That's so funny you said, bro. That is so funny you said
they
that.
Want to make our life hell, we'll make their life hell.
Bro, that is so funny you said that, because I had every neighbor in that neighborhood said the same thing to me. They're like, we know where everybody lives. One guy said, I'm not going to say who he said, but he goes, I know where he lives. He goes, we should bring all the drug paraphernalia to his neighborhood, throw it in his front yard, put it all over his car, break into his car, smash his windows, beat him up, because that's what happens over there, and yell and scream all night, and see how they like it and not leave. And when the police show up, we'll all just bend over and pretend like we're all messed up, right?
The 50-fold.
Yeah, and I just thought, you know what? That's something, you want to make.
Hey, you were having a psychotic episode. You're not criminally liable for what
Yeah.
you do,
Hey,
right?
I'm on meth.
Fuck it.
Right?
Yeah, I'm on meth. Leave me alone.
Right?
So
I don't
you're
know.
saying find out where the politicians live, councillors, mayors.
I can't
Yeah.
say that. I can't.
Legally protesting all hours of the night is beneficial, right? That's all we can say,
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
yeah.
Nice
Allegedly.
little
Allegedly. Thank you.
right?
Josh, you taught me something.
Yeah, I'm your lawyer, right?
Yeah.
Best damn lawyer.
Right? And I'm your lawyer. So we
That's
got
it.
it all going.
We all got
Actually,
each other's back.
That's it,
right?
brothers. That's it.
well, Doug Ford, when we started playing hockey in front of his house, he got upset. And that was Saturday mornings. The health minister during COVID, we had protests in front of her house. It was down Spadina, just north of Bloor, for about a week or so. Place was covered with cops, but people still showed up, still protesting in the wee evening hours. That had an effect. John Tory, he was
I'll
pissed. He said
drive.
every
I'll
Saturday
drive.
morning.
I'll drive. Let's go. So
Here's a little something you didn't know about. So when I first got into politics about a year later or so, I think that was in probably around 2013, 2014, I met with Diodati, and he went to shake my hand. I wouldn't dare shake his hand. It was for a big thing in Niagara Falls that was going on, and I snuffed him there. And everybody at that point in time, they nicknamed me El Matador because I was the bull. I was letting them have it, and I took all of their concerns, a huge stack. I had like a giant stack. It was probably about 3 feet tall in petitions and stuff to Queens Park. Of course, still nothing happened as usual, but at least I'd done something and stood up to these pricks. Now, you know, I don't have a problem with Diodati, really. It's just that I had a problem in that instance and running politically in elections when he, and I'm not trying to promote myself or anything, I'm just trying to make everybody aware. Um, when I we had this issue, and this is going to be the same issue. Ray, he's your mayor. He should be doing shit. He should be. You can't take that. I don't know if you've been watching his posts, but he's always with his nice car, his super nice watches, all dressed up.
gotta get rid of all of them.
And you know, doesn't he really give a fuck? You know, that's not right. If you even seen like parking, I think I went to go fucking park there. I paid $50 for a half an hour to park for a half an hour. Who the fuck is gonna come? No wonder that town is dead. Duffin Islands, you gotta pay. Everywhere you gotta pay all this ridiculous money, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. You will not be able to afford shit, and municipalities won't raise any money because there's no developments. Everything is going stagnant. Fuck. You think he's gonna actually do something about safe injection sites and everything else? I fucking highly doubt
They're
it.
not gonna do anything.
Get
That's the
him.
problem.
Approach him. I'll fucking approach him with you. I'll approach him. Come with us in front of these fucking wet houses.
Yes.
Give us an opinion. Get on.
Speaking about, I want to give a shout out for something for my community safety awareness gathering for this weekend, guys. If you don't mind. We're going to be meeting up Saturday morning, 10 o'clock, July 11th, Welland, Ontario, Canadian Tire Acceptance parking lot in the area. There's a Tim Hortons just before the Welland Roundabout, East Main Street. Then we're going to convoy down the street, and we're going to go put a local convicted pedophile who pled guilty to sex-related charges on notice, Bam Bam style. So I'm hoping to get everybody out there. All the advocacy groups, we all got to start coming together. We all got to stop fighting. This is not a competition. I don't know why people think it is, or they have made it a competition. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about the community. It's about the children. It's about the people who haven't had a voice yet. It's about we got to come together. That's all I'm saying. We all got to come together, and we got to stand up now before it's too late, because look what's going on, and nothing, if we don't do nothing, nothing's going to happen. So it's time we get together and we start being the voice that needs to be heard. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
Amen.
guys, quickly, Bam Bam, they want us divided. That's why people spread these
100%. So that's why I preach love and light, guys. That's why I try to do what I do and be as nice as I can. And I don't want to make enemies. I don't want to make anybody mad at me because I'm doing stuff, and I understand that comes with it. But in the long run of the thing, I'm here to help people. I've walked the walk, I've talked the talk, and I just want to help. I'm putting myself out there for other men, women, and children to show them that there is love and light, and there is other alternatives than going to the street and getting in this kind of mess, because this isn't helping anybody, right? This is slow death. This is slow death and pain and suffering.
And Ray, just for clarity, just for everybody who's watching and everything, we are not attacking any of the people in crisis here at the houses. We are not attacking them at all. We are solely placing this blame on government and not providing proper solution, because a lot of people I've noticed have been attacking you, and you're not attacking them.
No, I was there. I was there.
That's what it is. We're not attacking those people.
No, I love those people. That was me. I want to see those people get help that they deserve. I want to see them be treated humanely, and I want to see them. They need love. They need somebody to show them that they care. They need to be retrained in life. They need to be dry. They need to be clean. They need to have tools. They need to be given mental health support. They need to be shown how to function in a society. That's where they need to go. So for me, like I said, I went to Homewood. I was there 3 months. And when I got out in those 3 months, I was given the proper tools. I was given the structure, but you have to get out and you have to practice it. You got to show up. And that's why I do it. So
Stefanos, quickly, if you can, we're running out of time here. If I was to show up at, say, one of these politicians' houses late in the evening with a barbecue and some could you bring the tzatziki?
No, you'll make me throw up. My aunt made me detest tzatziki because all she did was make tzatziki day in, day out, and my whole fridge was full of it, and everything tasted like it. I can't stand it anymore, right? She ruined it. Damn it.
What a malaka. Anyways, if you guys organize a protest in front of somebody's barbecue.
Let's go with a barbecue, Ed. Let's do it, brother.
In front of some politician's house late one evening, if I'm available, let me know. Give me a couple days' notice. I'll run down there with a little barbecue.
Ed, can we do a couple of politicians? Like I got Sam Oosterhoff and let's go Diodati's house. Those are the two. And let's go to Cisco's too. Let's go to all three of those guys. That would be perfect.
Who's in? I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm in. You don't.
So did you hear that? Upcoming events. We're going to politicians' neighborhoods. Going to have barbecues. We're going to spread love and light. No booze, no alcohol, no drugs. Love and light. That's
Can
how
I play
we got to
some
do it,
music
folks.
at least? Can I bring a guitar then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, why not?
Bring your guitars. Bring yourselves. Bring your bodies. Bring some food. We'll have a potluck. We'll have a potluck barbecue. Everybody bring something.
Portable lamps so everyone can hear the music.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, guys.
Maybe we can all bend over and do the Fenny Fold, just like in the, like,
guys.
Right? We'll just stay quiet and just stay in that position for 16 hours.
How are you gonna play guitar bent over though?
We'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. My taxpayer position, I call that when I bent over.
Bent over. Love you, buddy.
All right,
sorry. Had to. I had to.
If you want to get involved, reach out to Bam Bam. How can people find you, Bam Bam?
Bam Bam Andrews. Also, BamBamsBackup.com is our free webpage. We got an app there. Monster maps are on there. It's pretty wild. We're all going to get together as well. We're going to do another podcast to show everybody how to work the thing. People are reaching out saying they're having a hard time guiding through it, stuff like that. But I'm on Bam Bam Andrews everywhere. You can find me all over the place. YouTube channel, Facebook, X. I'm on Instagram.
I share all your shit.
Mr. Freedom, BDR, Mark.
I share all your shit.
Safety Network on Facebook. Go join Niagara Child Safety Network on Facebook right now. I sent a huge invite list out. Got a bunch of people on there. It's a safe community where we can get together. We can spread love and light. Keep up to date on our posts. Guys, it's going to take a community, and that's what I'm trying to drive into everybody. We need community. I need help. Everybody needs help. Our children need help. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's stop talking about it. Let's start doing things.
Yeah, if half the people that commented in the comment section showed up, that's how you would incite change.
Guys, it would make a huge difference.
To give their opinions in the comment sections. They need to show up.
That's
Yep.
right, and you're right, Mark. And the other way you can affect change is share the shit out of this. If you're on Ed's page, share it. If you're on my page, share it. If you're on Bam Bam's, Josh's, Mark's,
Yep.
whatever, share it out there. That's the only way the knowledge is going to get out. If it doesn't get shared, no one's going to know.
And everyone, like I said, always has these big lavish ideas, and everyone has their opinions, and they hate the rules of this country and pedophiles, all this stuff. But nobody goes. They say all this stuff. I shouldn't say nobody goes. There's lots of people that go. I'm saying my point is that if all of these people start showing up, then things will happen.
We need thousands.
Absolutely.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
We need streetfuls. We need blocks full. Right. So.
Yeah.
Well, as leaders, we got to set the example. This thing's going to start off small. Bam Bam, like what you started off with, maybe half a dozen people. Now it's grown to what, 30, 40?
Yeah, anywhere from 30. Last week we had over 50, but yeah, it was some weeks we have it all depends. It fluctuates, right? Josh is away, Marco's away, people open caught it. Show up when you can, man. Just show support, like you said. Share.
I'm not even going to say as leaders because I'm not a leader. I don't think you are, but whatever. What I want to say is we're just fucking ordinary fucking people, and we need knowledge out, and we need change. We need to protect fucking drug addicts. We need to give them lives. We need to protect children. We need to change everything wholesale because everything's gone to fucking shit. In case you haven't noticed yet, in Canada.
Amen.
And it's the government that's doing it. I've been saying this for years. Get off the couch. And what I mean by that is get off the damn couch.
Get off the damn couch.
Do something.
Yep.
Anyways, guys, thanks for
thank you for having us.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And hopefully we'll see you guys soon
Thanks
again.
for coming on, guys. Awesome. I love you.
Sorry I was
See you
late, guys.
Saturday.
I was on Muskoka time. We're a little
All
behind up here.
I love it. Enjoy, Josh.
All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for having
love
us.
you all. Take care. Stay in the love and light, fellas.
Yes, on the weekend, brothers.
See you on the weekend, Saturday morning, 10 o'clock, Welland, Canadian Tire Acceptance, by the roundabout, East Main Street. Let's go shed some love and light down on a local convicted pedophile.
Awesome.
Love up.
Love up, guys.
Later.
Later.